So we're looking at how lockdown is affecting different countries at the moment. The first large-scale festival in Europe since lockdown has had to be dramatically scaled back. This is in Greece.
Now, despite the country being on the safe list of places to visit, strict restrictions have been placed on bars and nightclubs because there's been a spike in COVID-19 infections.
Well, let's get more from our correspondent, Greg McKenzie, who's in Zante for us this morning. Well, I mean, it's a beautiful backdrop there, and you can see why people might want to be there, Greg. But tell us the situation now in relation to this festival, but also the wider situation related to COVID.
Well, good morning. So, yes, I'm in Zante town. Greece is visited by about 2.5 million tourists every year. They have a population of about 10 million spread across many islands. So that's Crete, Rhodes, Lesbos, and even Catalonia, to name a few. Very popular with Brits. But here in Zante town, and across all of Greece, there have been restrictions placed on nightlife, if you like, including music festivals. A huge music festival due to take place as of this evening, all weekend. That have been dramatically scaled back. 4,000 people had already bought tickets. Now, I've been speaking with the festival organisers and many Brits here that are simply on holiday.
Sun, sea and coronavirus. August in Greece is normally the busiest month for summer holidays. But in Zante, where visitor numbers are normally in excess of 250,000 tourists, bookings are down by 80%.
All we want is to stay open. It's nice when people come on holiday, see everything open, not closed, not only one shop, but most of the places open. And all we want is for our government to give us a bit of help, cut down a bit of taxes and make easier payments for us so we can stay open until the end of the season and welcome our new tourists for next year.
Greece has managed to avoid a large outbreak of coronavirus throughout the pandemic, despite the surge in cases seen across Europe. There are just 7 reported COVID cases in Zante and more than 4,000 for the whole of Greece.
We've been to Greece before and we feel safe. Yeah. We're just happy to be on the beach and the weather. Yeah.
Bit of sun.
Bit of sun.
It's been pretty chilled out here. They take it very seriously, so, you know, the social distancing is still in place, and especially at the nightlife. But things are functioning pretty normal out here, so it's good. It's been a good time, yeah.
This weekend, Gemfest was due to take place in Zante. It's a large dance music event. 4,000 tickets have already been sold. But the Greek government have just imposed a ban on all live music events, concerts and festivals until the end of the month, due to a surge in COVID cases on other islands.
So, George, what's happening this year with the festival?
This year, I think the Gemfest will be the one festival in the world which was not cancelled. It's not happening like a festival, yes, but it's not cancelled.
The authorities will be keeping a close eye on the event, but recognise the impact such a festival could have.
Under normal circumstances, it would be a festival of celebration, not only for Zakynthos, but for the whole of Greece, because we'd be the focus of the festival. Unfortunately, the measures in place due to coronavirus put us in a difficult position, so that we cannot do everything we wanted to offer.
Greece has worked hard to adapt its tourism offering in an age of infection. For the time being, at least, this seems to be paying off, even as a second wave of infections threatens other European destinations. Greg McKenzie, BBC News, Zakynthos.
Now, the festival itself is hanging in the balance, so it's now been changed from a festival to a wedding, because weddings are legal here under the restrictions. So the promoters are actually getting married. So they're now inviting all of those with tickets to come to their wedding, and that is a way around the legalities. But in terms of cases here in Greece, they're seeing about 120 a day. That is up compared to the last few months, but ultimately still lower than the rest of Europe.
Interesting to see how they're sort of getting around the various restrictions or whatever. Just one thought very briefly. We're talking about the hot weather here, and I'm looking at you thinking that it looked very warm there. Do you know what sort of temperature it is?
I think we're about 2 higher than you guys, so it's very hot here, and it's only 11 o'clock, and I'm absolutely roasting. So 37 here.
Ooh. OK, thank you, Greg, very much. Because I think Carol's talking about sort of 36 degrees today.
Yeah, well, there's a project that BBC Weather is involved because heat waves are likely to be more common. And so Carol's been taking